evening. They let me jump up and down because I didn't know the steps. They let me do that part. Sick to my stomach, I got all together. I'd like to say welcome, and it's certainly nice to see you. And if I appear a little nervous, it's not because it's the first show of the season. I'm nervous because 3.5 weeks ago, I had my first baby this year. All right. Thanks, neighbors. It's just that I got 3 other first babies, but this is my fourth first baby. Is that it? Yeah, I think that's it. So I'm a little nervous because we're a little happy and it's a boy baby. The other 3 were fellas. You'll have to admit that's a pretty good family, 3 fellas and a boy, right? I got a picture, I think. I'd like you to see the picture. I left it home. Maybe I got the baby. No, you couldn't have the baby in my pocket. I haven't got that either. I'm a little nervous more for the fact that it's the first television first for me. See, I never had a television first where I was going to introduce people that have never appeared on television before. You see shows all the time with Cary Grant and Gary Cooper and Joan Crawford and Fred Astaire and people like this, but you never saw these guests before. I got guests never been seen on television before. Great stars. Hear this? Great stars that have never appeared on television before. But I got them. I went out and I got them. And I know you're going to be thrilled. A little shooken up when you hear them, but I'd like you to meet them first. Now, don't just eat it all up on the first one because you got 4 to go. Here on this stage tonight, one of the great opera singers, Miriam Clayt. I knew you'd be thrilled. I knew it. The minute you saw her, I knew you'd be thrilled. But that's not all. We have 3 to go. One of the truly great dramatic actors from the New York show, Oklahoma, Paul Temple. You'll admit it's pretty exciting, right, ladies? Sit down. I know you're excited. Relax, because there's more to come. One of the truly great singing stars, one of the great motion picture personalities, Sylvia Zilch, right here. Oh, well, this is it, the pièce de résistance. Truly the greatest name in show business today, and on my show, the first time in television, the Zoilman twins, Charlie and Gus Zoilman. And I got all these guests for $9, though. You never saw them before, true? A first in television, ladies and gentlemen, is really a big kick. This first in television is a tremendous kick for me because I'm very happy to be a part of the Oldsmobile family for the next week. And I would like very much to have you see a television first. It's not only a television first and the first time on television, but it's a world first. Because tonight I'm proud to present for the first time anywhere the new 1958 Oldsmobile. And it's beautiful, so if you'll follow me, I'd like you to see it for the very first time. A beautiful automobile that no one has seen as yet. This is a car that thrilled me, and I want the kick of seeing you thrilled. Here we go. See the 1958 Oldsmobile. It's right back here, and we're going to see this car. Something with the drapes, boys. I've got to bring it. There's a camera back there. It seems to me like you're going to see the car before I'm going to see it. So, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to see it for the first time, the beautiful 1958 Oldsmobile. Made it pretty good, didn't I? Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Oldsmobility. Oldsmobility means everything that's new and exciting in Oldsmobile for 1958. And here you see Oldsmobility in the new 98 Holiday. It's absolutely new in every way. And look at this new front-end design. And by the way, these new 4-beam headlamps will give you 50 feet more light. Now you see the way this cove extends along the front fender? How's that for a real eager-to-go look? And that action look is carried out in these twin blades that extend the full length of the rear fender. There's the look of Oldsmobility, a look that will make Oldsmobile a standout in any company. But at the same time, everything about this car is done in the best of taste. Now let's have a look inside this Super 88 convertible. Everything inside is new, too. Here, for instance, Here's a terrific idea. This is a transistor radio that can be removed from the car. When it's out, it plays on a battery. When it's in, of course, it plays on the car's electrical system. And, of course, Oldsmobility means new rocket power for 1958. New rocket power for 1958, the greatest rocket performance yet. Absolutely all the power you can ever use and more economy, too. Another important part of Oldsmobility is pneumatic ride, the amazing new air ride. We're going to tell you all about that a little later. But right now, make a mental note that you've got a date, November 8th, at your Oldsmobile dealers. That's the day the new 1958 Oldsmobiles go on display. Next Friday, November 8th, make that date. Don't miss it. It's really a fine car. I say it honestly, I drive one. I'm quite proud to drive it, as well as I'm proud to be part of the Oldsmobile family. Remember, November the 8th, go see the new 1958 Olds. Thank you very much.
Perky Coffee presents Alan Berkey and his Starfinders. And now, here is Alan Berkey for Perky.
Thank you, Bill. And good evening, folks, and welcome to Starfinders. This is the program that lets you discover the stars of tomorrow today. Now, as you know, if you watched our program, the winner of the first prize tonight will appear for 1 week on my morning show. A second prize winner will appear on my afternoon show, and our third prize winner on my all-night show. Fourth prize winner will come to my home and entertain my family for 2 weeks. You know, many people have written to me asking how I can do so many shows working 24 hours a day. Well, the answer is very simple. No sleep. And to what do I owe these wonderful sleepless nights? Perky Coffee. You get some today, huh? Okay, now, let's meet our first Starfinder from Irvington, New Jersey, Mrs. Sylvia Seldom.
Hello, Mr. Berkey.
How are you? And whom did you bring tonight?
Well, I brought a young man named Sid Tope.
Sid Tope. Fine. And what does Sid do?
Bird impression. He does the sounds of birds.
And what is his professional experience?
Well, he's appeared many times before the Society for Homeless Hummingbirds. He entertained at the big dinner during National Whippoorwill Week. And he appeared for 3 weeks at Birdland.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Mrs. Seldom. And let's hope that you found a star tonight.
Oh, I do hope you like him, Mr. Berkey.
And now, the Perky spotlight falls on Sid Tope. Oh, I'm terribly sorry, Mr. I don't know how that happened. We'll get you a doctor.
Hey! Get my neck better, hey! My neck. Can I have my neck back, please? This is not my voice. Just try it up a little bit to get it.
No, it's a little high. That's not it. Just that.
Now you're back to the other way. Get it in the middle there.
Yes, that's it right there. Thank you.
Mr. Tope, you feel well enough to go on?
Yes, I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Yes, I are.
Oh, very well, then. Ladies and gentlemen, the Perky spotlight falls
Just
on...
a second. I'll work in the dark if you don't mind. A flashlight or a match will do.
Mr. Sid Tope and his bird impressions.
Thank you very much. I'm very happy indeed to be here as part of this show, one of the contestants. Now, for the past 17 years, I've been with the Audubon Society in New Hampshire. In that period of time, I have spent most of the good deal of that time as Secretary-Treasurer as well as Sergeant-at-Arms. I've learned to love our flying feathered friends. I love them dearly. I love them live or stuffed. Live or stuffed. I have found that these are wonderful animals, actually the flying birds, and I have various calls. May I please first do the call that is not completely familiar to you viewers. You've heard the crow, the woodchuck, and the robin, but here's a different bird altogether from up high in the sky. The Kahoolik bird. Its natural habitat is Trenton, New Jersey. Its call is this, the Kahoolik bird. Now, this part, I realize hasn't been heard by too many people, but that's just it. Now, the next bird is a favorite of mine, a bird, the frozen bird, which comes from the Arctic. The Arctic, where it's pretty cold with glaciers and ice and sleet, and it's pretty chilly in the Arctic, and the frozen bird has a strange kind of a call, which is this. The third bird, which is really a doozy, actually, is a bird that we merely call the marriage bird. I repeat, the marriage bird.
You make supper and like it and shut your big mouth.
Now, I think I'm way ahead. Last and certainly by no means least is the anguish bird. The anguish bird is a bird, for the benefit of those who aren't accustomed to studying birds and the Audubon Society. The anguish bird is a bird that flies completely alone. The others fly in sections of 9 or 17. He is alone. He is a sad bird. Quite sad because they'll have nothing to do with him, and consequently his name is the anguish bird, and his call is this.
What do they want from me?
I sincerely hope that you've enjoyed hearing some of these calls, and you'll learn to love these birds as I have.
Thank you, Sid Cope. Oh, he'll be back later for the final judging. And so let us go on and meet our second star finder from Detroit, Michigan, Mr. Harold Hutch. Good evening. Welcome to Star Finders, Mr. Hutch.
Hello, Mr. Berkey.
And whom did you bring tonight?
I brought Farley Wakely.
Farley Wakely. And where did you find him?
Well, he appears on radio back home in Detroit. He's got his own show in the morning, 3 to 3:10.
See, and what type of music does Farley play?
Homemade music. He writes his own songs.
Wonderful. That's just wonderful. That's the material we are looking for. Suppose we all get a little sample now on our program as we hear from Farley Wakely and his Wake Up Boys.
Howdy out there anyhow, sure I'm glad to see you. We're right proud to be on the show here. We work around the hometown, do dance, square dance this Saturday night, work at the town hall. Ain't that right, Joe?
That's right.
He never listened. Anyhow, we work every night. We try to do dance and tunes we love best. I'd like to get a tune up before we go, if you don't mind. Fine. Now, here's a number we like to do. It's right nice. Plumb pretty tune, too, ain't it, Joe?
Right.
Ha, ha! Anyhow, it's a number we like to do for you entitled My Dog. I love you. I try my best to call you up, got no phone. I'll see you one of these days on the street. I'm going to hug you and kiss you, baby, because you're always going to be mine, whether you like it or not, my darling, you're mine. Honey, baby, when I lie, but this is the truth. I love you, honey. Some years ago, when I thought I didn't know anyone, here's our tune. I hope you like it. Let her rip. 1, 2, 3, 4, go, baby.
Farley Weekly. This is just wonderful. You're listening to Starfinders, friends. And now, let us meet our next Starfinder from Cambria, Wyoming, Miss Esther Easton. How are you, Miss Easton?
Good evening, Mr. Berkey. And how are you tonight?
And whom did you bring tonight, Miss Easton?
I brought Monsieur Armand Dubois. I found him last summer in France.
I see. And what does Monsieur Dubois do?
He works with a cricket.
Works with a cricket.
I realize that sounds odd, but this is a most unusual act. When Mr. Dubois realized he was going to work with a cricket, he needed an extraordinary cricket. And he searched the whole countryside in France for nearly 15 years until he found the right cricket.
Hear that, folks? 15 years, imagine.
I know. Then the real work began. Monsieur Dubois trained the cricket for over 10 years. 10 years. And to accomplish the performance you will see this evening.
Well, you certainly are very taken with this man, and I must say that we are certainly looking forward to this on our program. So, ladies and gentlemen, Perky Coffee proudly presents in his premiere television appearance in America, Monsieur Armand Dubois and his cricket.
Un garçon part en vadrouille au bord d'un étang. Il attrape une grenouille qui dit en tremblant: laisse-moi m'en aller et je te promets de réaliser 3 de tes souhaits. Fais un peu, mon bonhomme, car je, mon bonhomme, si tu veux, mon bonhomme, te donner le bonheur. Fais un peu, mon bonhomme, car je peux, mon bonhomme, si tu veux, mon bonhomme, te donner le bonheur. Surpris par ce langage, il lui dit: je veux beaucoup d'or dans mes bagages, des habits soyeux. Mais au bout d'un mois, il revint la voir et lui demanda: donne-moi la gloire. Fais un peu, mon bonhomme, car je veux, mon bonhomme, si tu veux, mon bonhomme, te donner le bonheur. Fais un peu, mon bonhomme, car je veux, mon bonhomme, si tu veux, mon bonhomme, te donner le bonheur. De tous les puissants sur terre, il devint le roi. Mais dans son cœur solitaire, il n'y avait pas de joie. Il revint un jour, triste et malheureux. Donne-moi l'amour, c'est mon dernier vœu. Ce vœu-là, mon bonhomme, tu l'auras, mon bonhomme, et ce-là, mon bonhomme, sera le vrai bonheur. Fais un peu, mon bonhomme, car je veux, mon bonhomme, si tu veux, mon bonhomme, te donner le bonheur. Poussant une plainte étrange, la grenouille alors, devant lui se faisait le cheveu d'or, la main dans la main, ils s'en sont allés, et sur leur chemin, les oiseaux sifflaient. Sois heureux, mon bonhomme, car ton bonhomme pour toujours, mon bonhomme t'a donné le bonheur. Car ton bonhomme pour toujours, mon bonhomme t'a donné le bonheur.
Monsieur Dubois. Awfully sorry, but we must move on, folks. Well, you've seen and heard our wonderful talents. Now their future is in your hands. Your applause will be registered on our meter. Now, remember very carefully, it is all up to you. So suppose we meet our three talents again. Ladies and gentlemen, as you remember, first we had a very unusual man from New Jersey. So we'd like to present him. Try and think back of the wonderful impression he made to you on my wonderful program brought to you by Perky. Our bird impressionist from Irvington, New Jersey, Sid Tope. That's fine, but please, may I say, no whistling and stamping, just applause. Don't upset the meter, please. And now, to continue the review of our wonderful talents on Starfinders, a singing group from Detroit, a wonderful group, and I know you've taken them to your hearts. May we present, for your approval, Farley Wakely and his Wake Up Boys. Wait a minute. 1 minute here while I check these figures. It's 50. It looks very, very close for our first two contestants. So now let's watch very carefully. Let's have our third talent from Paris, France, Armand Dubois and his cricket. That's it. The winner, Armand Dubois and his cricket.
The winner, I got no act. What's the winner?
Congratulations, you'll appear on my show for 2 weeks.
Appear on the show,
Hollywood calls you'll make movies.
Movies of what? The funeral?
But Broadway wants you for a show.
To show what? A squash cricket?
Think of your opportunity.
Opportunity in 15 years. I put a life security in a bunk. I said, is it security? I don't know. You hear the cricket? She lives. She lives. I go to the Hollywood. I make the movie. I make Broadway show. I be famous. The cricket with me, we be famous. Voila.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm quite proud to present one of the finest singing groups in America today, the wonderful Mello Larks.
The way you wear your hat, the way you sip your tea, the memory of all that. No, they can't take that away from me. The way your smile just beams, the way you sing off key, the way you haunt my dreams. No, they can't take that away from me. We may never meet again on the bumpy road to love. Still, I'll always keep the memory of the way you hold your knife, the way we danced till 3. you sing off key, key, yeah. The way you haunt my dreams. No, no, they can't take that away from me. We may never, 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 never find together on the bumpy road to life. Always, always keep the memory of the way you hold your knife, the way we dance till 3, the way you changed my life. No, no, they can't take that away from me. Can't take that away, away, away.
Watch It Now, the program that shows us what's happening in America today. And speaking for Watch It Now, Westbrook Van Voorhis.
Westbrook Van Voorhis speaking. Hello on this November 5th, a date set aside by the Council for Safety as the beginning of an intensive drive in promoting safety in the home. Statistics have proven that last year there were more accidents in home than there were on highways. Today, our Watch It Now cameras will try to illustrate the problems and pitfalls that lead to accidents within the home. And to best emphasize these problems, our cameras will focus their attention on an average American community, on an average street, in an average house. It is 6 o'clock in the evening, and coming home from work now is the man we have chosen to show us the dangers that lurk in the home. That man is you, Chester Neff. Yes, you, Chester Neff.
Who are you, sir?
I am Westbrook Van Voorhis of Watch It Now.
How do you do, Mr. Van Volman?
Yes? You will show our vast audience the importance of care and alertness necessary to avoid home accidents and to keep all our homes safe. Our cameras will follow you through your evening's activities. Millions of Americans will be watching your every move, every place you go, to illustrate safety in the home.
It's to illustrate safety in the home.
That's right.
Okay. Come on in. Did the millions of Americans see how safe my home is? I broke a leg immediately.
Yes, even a simple doorstep can be a menace to the unattentive person. We have just seen our first illustration of how carelessness can cause accidents.
Did they see the second illustration, how my eyeball is coming out? Did they see how an eye is painting from my head with one?
Yes, these are all important safety measures, Chester.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll all profit from your experience.
I'm glad you came over.
By the way, Chester, we'd like to meet your wife. Would you please call her?
My wife?
Yes, we'd like to meet your wife.
Oh, I'll call her then. Honey, there's a man here with a camera. Honey! Say, dear, honey! Say, honey! Honey, there's a man here, honey! Honey! There's a man, hon! I'm not married. That's why no one answered. There ain't no honey here.
Well, let us now follow Chester through his home as he prepares for an evening of relaxation. Let's see if we can spot some of the danger areas that often
Oh,
lead...
wait a minute, Mr. Vandalism.
What is it?
I spotted a a danger ready.
Good.
I picked this up. It was on the floor, so no one should fall and break their place. A head will bleed, so I picked it up.
Well, very good, Chester. That was very thoughtful of you.
Yeah.
You are not only concerned with your own safety, but with the safety of others.
I love the whole world.
Very commendable, Chester. Chester.
What?
What's a roller skate doing there? You have no children.
Honey? Oh, no, I have no honey also. So it wouldn't be, but no, it's mine. I use it a lot. I roll around for fun.
And what are you going to do with that roller skate, Chester?
Let me see. I'll put it away so no one can get hurt. Right? Good boy.
I think that you gotta be neat. That's important, right? To be neat. I'll put this away. Nobody will ever get hurt by it. I'll just hang it up.
Oh, shocking, Chester. That was most careless of you, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Now, what rule of safety have we just learned here?
Learn that sloppiness leads to jerkiness.
Exactly. A lesson we should all pay great heed to.
Oh, yeah. We should really remember this. Meanwhile, everyone's comfortable and there's a whole body bleeding here.
And now Chester will get out of his work clothes, for Chester realizes that there is a danger that his oil-soaked working clothes may come in contact with some hot surfaces that are found about the house. So, change into something more comfortable, Chester Neff, as millions of Americans are watching you.
Wait just 1 minute there, Mr. Van Holman boy.
I won't touch no surfaces with combustion, but I'd rather stay the way I am, if you don't mind. Hair on the chest, caught the zipper! Hair on the chest, caught the zipper! I'm getting out of here immediately in this room.
Wait, Chester, before you leave that room. That bureau drawer sticking out is a definite menace to somebody walking by.
Yes, you're right. I'll close it, because somebody that's walking by can really... It's a menace, all right, boy. Yes, sir, that bureau drawer's a menace and painful, but on my leg. M-E-N-A-C-E, menace. It's dangerous.
Are you all right, Chester?
Yeah, I'm all right. The leg ain't too bad. It's the nail in the chair I'm sitting on! Already I fell on the door with a broken leg and a hand I hurt with an eyeball coming out and then a nail on a chair. Leave me alone. Let me get out of here. I don't need this.
Wait, Chester. And Chester, what other safety measure did you overlook? You know it, Chester. Think. Think hard. Think harder.
Ah!
You know it.
No, I don't know.
The window, Chester. You forgot to close the window. Suppose it rains. Some of the wiring in the house may get wet and cause a dangerous short circuit.
Yeah, that's right. Supposing some of the wire got wet. I'll close the window, except it's not raining, Mr. Van Boyle.
I know it's not raining, but it may rain. Shut the window, Chester.
All right. Here, it's shut.
Thunder. Is it raining, Chester?
I'll see.
Well, is it raining?
Raining, no. Bleeding, yes! There's blood on my hand with glass sticking, and it's pretty bad with blood. A painful thing with glass in your hand, but it's still nothing like the nail in a I'm getting out of here. I don't need this.
Well, Chester, what safety lesson did we learn just then?
We learned we shouldn't let you in anybody's house. You March of Time voice, you frog head.
But America is learning, Chester, through your experience.
Oh, I'm crazy about him.
Say, I understand that this is the time you usually spend in your workshop with your hobbies. May we see your workshop, Chester?
Yeah, come, it's over here. My workshop is this right here.
Well, this certainly is a magnificently appointed workshop. I see you have all your tools hung up out of harm's way. I see all your power tools are disconnected.
Yeah, all the power tools. Everything is always disconnected for safety, except the soldering iron. I keep this hot in case I ever have to work! Oh! I'm glad I didn't touch that! You smell chicken burning?
Chester, what is that massive-looking object?
Oh, this is my electrodynamic crushathon, Mr. Van Boydel. This is a very, very fine device. It's actually pressured by 300,000 pounds of pressure, vacuum sealed by a magneto head, which is all disabled and distributed through ATY plugs and tubes, which consummate a complete system of pressure, which coordinates a complete pressure input of a vacuum-sealed tube.
What does it do?
It makes ashtrays. you want I should show you how it goes?
By all means, Chester.
All right. You see, I switch everything on. I got solid steel. Bone steel.
What does it weigh, Chester?
7-8 pounds. You place it under the crushathon, and you'll find the pressure and vacuum involved. Now, this is the tray. You can take most any alloy or ore, iron, zinc, cellulose, or clay it. Same operation, and you've got the tray. See, I've sold many of these to the Beaver Patrol in Asbury Park, and over the years, I can use most anything like aluminum, sheer black dye, just anything that has an ore content in it. Oh!
Well, that's a wonderful machine, Chester, but it doesn't look very safe to me. What precautions have you taken?
Oh, you mean to make it safe?
Yes.
Oh, well, it's safe. You see, the minute I throw all the switches, nothing can happen. You can put a baby under here. You can put anybody, because it's safe completely when you have complete magneto heads, completely disabled and disjointed, you see. Some years ago, I think I remember when I first had the first talk. Wait a minute.
Well, I'm afraid our time is up. We'll have to say good night. Good night.
Thank you very much. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And my thanks to Mr. Westbrook Van Voorhees for a beautiful job. Thank you, Wes, very, very much. Ladies and gentlemen, on my last trip, I met an awful lot of wonderful, young, talented people. I saw over 350 young entertainers who were auditioning for one of the shows this year, my shows, that is. We had 3 cities that wound up in contention: Cincinnati, Chicago, and New York. Janet Shea in Cincinnati, Richard Ellman in Chicago, and the little gal from New York who was chosen is a real sweet doll. She's 15 years old. She sings mighty nice, and I kind of think she's going to sing her way into your hearts. I would appreciate a real nice welcome for lovely Susan Silo, ladies and gentlemen.
Why, Why this feeling? Why this glow? Why the thrill when you say hello? It's a strange and tender magic you do, Mr. Wonderful. That's you. Why this trembling when you speak? Why this joy when you touch my cheek? I must tell you what my heart knows is true, Mr. Wonderful, that's you. And why this longing to know your charms, to spend forever here in your arms. Oh, there's much more I could say, but the words keep slipping away, and I'm left with only one point of view, Mr.
Susan Silo. Thank you, sweetheart, and that was beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, some years ago, during World War II, George Baker made a cartoon character called Sad Sack. I'm quite proud and pleased that Mr. Hal Wallace asked me to portray this character in the Paramount Hal Wallace production, Sad Sack, which you will see in all the theaters all over America starting in the next couple of weeks. Watch for it. It's a funny picture. I think you'll enjoy it. Well, thank you very much, Bill and Florence. Could you give me, please, a little music? Ah! Ladies and gentlemen, he studied with Vic Channing. Ladies and gentlemen, right now we would like very much to do for you, if we may, a song that I just recorded for Decca. It's an exciting kind of song because it has a message, more or less. I think the title will tell you what it's all about. It's a wonderful title, and it's called The Lord Loves a Laughing Man. Listen, everybody, hear what we have to say. Listen, everybody, well, the time has come that you all should know. Up is the direction that you want to go. Start looking up instead of looking down. Wear a smile instead of wearing a frown. Laugh it up just as much as you can, 'cause the Lord loves a laughing man. Yes, the Lord loves a laughing man. Fits right in with his heavenly plan. Come on and laugh whenever you can. The Lord loves a laughing man. The Lord loves a man who sings. Singing's one of his favorite things. Come on and sing whenever you can. The Lord loves a singing man. A man who laughs and a man who sings leaves happiness everywhere. He who has a happy heart is richer than a millionaire. So laugh, sing, and praise the Lord. These are things anyone can afford. Come on and laugh whenever you can. The Lord loves a laughing man. Yes, the Lord loves a laughing man. Lord loves a singing man. Lord loves a swinging man. Lord loves a laughing man. Lord loves a singing man. Lord loves a swinging man. A man who laughs and a man who sings leaves happiness everywhere. He who has a happy heart is richer than a millionaire. So laugh, sing, and praise the Lord. These are things anyone can afford. Come on and laugh whenever you can. The Lord loves a laughing man. Lord loves a laughing man. Lord loves a laughing man. Yes, the Lord loves a laughing man. 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 Delightful to entertain. I wish you would remember the muscular dystrophy children. Give as much as you can. We have a big push in New York with a telethon this month. Congratulations to the Schaefer in Chicago. Thank you so much. And please stay tuned for the Californians coming up. Thanks to Bill Leyden and Mr. Westbrook Van Voorhees. It's a wonderful thing to be part of the Oldsmobile family. I want to thank great writers, Mel Tolkien, Doc Simon, my director, Jack Shea, Mr. Glucksman, my producer, Mr. Walter Sharp at the music. I can only say it's been delightful performing for you. We sincerely hope that you've enjoyed yourself. We certainly have. Good night, and God bless you. Thank you very much.